Good morning. It is my honor to welcome you to the 2020 San Marcos Chamber of Commerce Business Excellence Awards, featuring the San Marcos State of the City Address. My name is Jill Lacheski. I am the 2020 Chair of the San Marcos Chamber of Commerce. Thank you. I also have the honor of working at this wonderful university as the Director of the Office of Internships and Service Learning and the Division of Community Engagement. I want to personally thank you for attending this special event. Would you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Please remain standing for our invocation, my apologies, for our invocation by Associate Campus Pastor Mario Campion from Rock Church, San Marcos.
Good morning, everyone. It is an absolute honor to be here with you today. Would you do me a favor and join me in prayer by bowing your heads? Almighty God, thank you for yet another day. Thank you for your grace and your mercy over each one of us. Lord, thank you for every individual that you have called here today. I pray for their families and for every home that's represented here today. May you bless them mightily, Lord, as a reminder of how much you love them. Your word says, God, that a person's heart plans their way, but the Lord directs their steps. So today, God, we petition your divine wisdom and guidance for Mayor Rebecca Jones, Mayor Pro Tem Sharon Jenkins, council members Randy Walton, Maria Nunez, and Jay Petrick, as well as all governing authority and business leaders in attendance. May you protect our first responders in every interaction and cover our great city with your love, mercy, and grace. And we ask all these things in the name of our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Good afternoon. I'm Rick Rungaitis, CEO of the San Marcos Chamber of Commerce. Our chamber has seen steady growth over the past few years. The reason is simple. It's because of everyone in this room. A great staff, a robust board of directors, phenomenal partners, and an active group of members and volunteers. We sincerely appreciate the support and confidence you have in our organization. We will continue to hold up our end. Recently, our board of directors approved a strategic plan that is based on 3 pillars: advocacy for our members, promoting San Marcos, and adding value for our members. This was illustrated last year by the approval of chamber public policy guidelines, the debut of the farmers market, and by moving our chamber office to Union Co-work in North City, which has allowed us to add an abundance of new resources for our members. Thank you. Dr. Patricia Prado-Olmos is Vice President of Community Engagement of California State University, San Marcos, and oversees the university's efforts to forge meaningful connections and productive partnerships with its communities. In this role, she leads the university's activities related to a guaranteed admission program with partner school districts, tribal initiatives, community engaged scholarship, civic engagement, service learning internships, and economic development. Dr. Prado-Olmos earned her BA in psychology from Pomona College in 1987. She earned her PhD in educational psychology from the University of California, Santa Barbara in 1993. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Prado-Olmos to the stage.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Cal State San Marcos. I'm pleased to be here on behalf of President Ellen Neufeld, who couldn't be here with us today. She's busy at the Chancellor's office. To begin, we acknowledge that our campus resides on the traditional territory and homelands of the Liseño and Payom-Cowishan people. The City of San Marcos has been a valued partner since CSUSM was established, and I know we continue to share a common goal of building a stronger region. As many of you know, this year marks the 30th anniversary of CSUSM's founding. Over the past 3 decades, we have grown into an in-demand university of more than 16,000 students and 48,000 alumni. We are known for our commitment to access, quality academic programs, hands-on learning, and strong community relations and initiatives. The city's ongoing support has reflected the power and importance of education and discovery, as well as the role public universities play as bridge builders and sector spanners. Under the leadership of President Neufeld, all of us at CSUSM are excited to build upon this strong legacy by working together to build on our mission of social mobility and student success, by becoming a national model of helping students throughout the student life cycle, from first point of contact, be it in San Marcos schools or wherever, through graduation to becoming active and engaged alumni in our community. And we are excited about building our programs and processes with the end user in mind, from the student experience to the faculty staff experience to anyone who is part of our community. We pledge to continue to be innovative, creative, and entrepreneurial in our ongoing efforts to build a stronger region. We are so grateful. We are so grateful to all of you for your dedication to our students, your ongoing advocacy, and your tireless support of higher education. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your support.
At this time, I'd like to recognize the elected officials who have joined us today. Please hold your applause until all elected officials have been recognized. From our own city of San Marcos, we have Mayor Rebecca Jones, Mayor Pro Tem Sharon Jenkins, Councilmember Maria Nunez, Councilmember Jay Petrick, Councilmember Randy Walton. For San Marcos, go ahead. For San Marcos to be strong, our region must be strongly supported by the leaders chosen to represent our interests. At this time, I'd like to recognize County Supervisor Jim Desmond, Carlsbad Mayor Matt Hall, Vista Mayor Judy Ritter, Oceanside Mayor Peter Weiss. We also have City Manager Jack Griffin and several other key staff members here today. Together, Cal State San Marcos, Palomar College, the San Marcos Unified School District, and our private educational institutions have made San Marcos North County's education hub. It is our schools that are developing the talent needed for our business community to thrive. I'd like to recognize our university and college presidents along with their governing boards and the San Marcos Unified School District Board of Trustees and Superintendent. At this time, I'd like to introduce the members of the San Marcos Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. Chair Jill Lecheski, Cal State San Marcos. Immediate past chair Carla Reuter, San Diego Union Tribune. Executive Committee and past chair Matt Simmons from Consultants Collaborative. Lana Cornell, the Meridian at Lake San Marcos. Robert Daniels, Skaha Daniels, Lister and Permito. Jesse Dix, State Farm Insurance. Elmer Heap, Edco Waste and Recycling Services. Julie Lanthier Bandy, Palomar College. Chase Parlett, Life Source Chiropractic. Candace Roth, Tri-City Medical Center. Mel Russell, Palomar Health. Ben Vasquez, California Bank and Trust. Dennis Walsh, Oasis Breads. Nancy Whitson, Fresh Healthy Cafe. Tess Sangster, City of San Marcos. And James Tessa, Tess and Associates. Thank you all for being with us today. Now I'd like to recognize our event sponsors whose contributions made this event possible. Our platinum sponsors, a sincere thank you to California State University San Marcos, Kaiser Permanente, North City Union Cowork. Thank you. Our gold sponsors today, thank you to Children's Primary Dental, Coast Catering, Edco, KB Home, Palomar College Foundation, Yes on Measure B. Our silver sponsors, thank you to California Bank and Trust, Consultants Collaborative, Go Be Rewarded, National Core, Palomar Health, SDG&E, San Diego Union Tribune, Terry, Campus of Life, and Tri-City Medical Center. On behalf of the San Marcos Chamber of Commerce, thank you all for your generous support. The Chamber is thrilled to call North City home. Last fall, through a unique partnership with North City and Cal State San Marcos, the new Extended Learning Center opened its doors. Part of this project was the creation of the pedestrian bridge, which many of you have walked across to get to today's event. As lunch is being served, I'd like you to direct your attention to the screens to view a time-lapse video of the bridge construction.
San Marcos is so fortunate to have a strong business community that attracts top talent and is a major contributor to our city's economy. Now that is worth recognizing. Established by the San Marcos Chamber of Commerce, the Business Excellence Awards honor chamber businesses for their significant role in supporting the business community and driving our economic growth. Today, we will be honoring 4 San Marcos businesses that have distinguished themselves in areas such as entrepreneurship, longevity, growth, innovation, and consistent involvement in our community. These businesses not only exemplify excellence in best business practices, but value investing in our community while acting as innovators in our region. Each council member will introduce an honoree who will receive a special award of distinction. I'll turn it over to Mayor Pro Tem Sharon Jenkins to present the first award.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm not hooked up. There we go. It is an honor to be here today to recognize such an important part of the San Marcos community, our businesses. Not only do San Marcos businesses make an impact on our local economy, but businesses and nonprofit organizations also enhance our community while strengthening resources available to our residents. Our first honoree is on a mission to improve lives through chocolate. Delightful Chocolate was born when Daylene Coleman realized her love for all things culinary in a San Marcos home kitchen. Coleman was inspired to travel across the pond to study culinary techniques at the famed Le Cordon Bleu in London. When she returned to San Marcos, she decided to share her love of chocolate and patisserie with her community by starting her own business. Today, Coleman is the owner of the charming Delightful Chocolate Shop, located across the street from the Lake House Hotel and Resort in Lake San Marcos. Coleman hosts dessert workshops at her store for children and adults. She also hosts private events at external locations. Coleman is proud to passionately ply her credit while being mindful of her impact on the global economy. As we welcome Daylene Coleman to the stage to receive this sweet recognition, let's watch a short video about her business.
Hi, I'm Chef Daylene Coleman, owner of Delightful Chocolat in Lake San Marcos. Delightful Chocolat is a chocolatier and patisserie in Lake San Marcos. The first things I did when I started my company was I joined the chamber. When I registered my business, they reached out to me and I felt instantly welcomed. I've been an active member of the chamber for the 2.5 years. I attend all their fun coffee connections. I get to network with all the other businesses in the community and just have that sense of acceptance as not only a business owner, but that support around my vision and navigate how everything just works. Everyone from my accountant to my lawyer, my real estate agent, everybody is a member of the chamber. So it really made that process of being a new business owner that much easier. So the chamber's just been amazing for me in that aspect. when I was contacted, I was to be told that I got this award, and I was so thrown back because honestly, I was at Hobby Lobby shopping in my 1 hour window that I got for like the whole week to go get some Christmas presents for my kids, because I'm trying to balance being a mom and working, and I am constantly going, and it just feels like I'm on this hamster wheel. So to actually get that call while I'm feeling stressed and I feel like I'm just not catching up, and to be told that I was getting this award, it means a lot, and it came right at the right time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to me.
Buenas tardes a todos. Good afternoon, everybody. Bienvenidos a los residentes de San Marcos. Quiero recordarles que en los eventos de la ciudad, ustedes siempre son bienvenidos. Gracias por acompañarnos hoy. Our next honoree, Dogs on Deployment, provides a central network for military members to find volunteers who are willing to board their pets while they are deployed or have other service commitments that make them unable to temporarily care for their pets. Dogs on Deployment was founded in 2011 by husband and wife Sean and Alyssa Johnson, who serve in the U.S. Navy and U.S. Marine Corps respectively. As a dual military family, Sean and Alyssa found themselves in situations where they needed a program like Dogs on Deployment. Alyssa had orders to move to Quantico, Virginia, to attend 6 months of military training. At the same time, Sean was to be deployed. Neither could care for their beloved dog, JD. Luckily, they had family to rely on, but they recognized the need for a program that could help others in similar situations. Thus, Dogs on Deployment was born. Dogs on Deployment exists to help military members keep their pets. Dogs on Deployment also promotes responsible, lifelong pet ownership in the military community by advocating for military pet owners' rights on military installations, providing educational resources for military members about responsible pet ownership, granting financial assistance to military members for help with their pets' care, during emergencies, promoting healthy pet lifestyles, including spay and neuter, insurance options, and vaccinations, connecting with community organizations to ensure Dogs on Deployment resources are available to military families. Dogs on Deployment aids pets of all types that belong to active duty reservists, Guard, honorably discharged veterans, and their families. Join me in welcoming Dogs on Deployment's president and co-founder, Alyssa Johnson, to the stage, and enjoy this short video.
My name is Elisa Johnson, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of the nonprofit Dogs on Deployment, and we're based out of San Marcos, California. Dogs on Deployment is a national nonprofit that connects deploying service members with volunteers that are willing to board their pets while they deploy overseas. We also provide financial assistance to needing military families and veterans for help with emergency pet care. In 2011, my husband and I had dual military commitments. He had to deploy while I had to attend 6 months of military training, and during that time, neither one of us were able to care for our dog, JD. We realized that we weren't alone in this problem, and we recognized the need to help other service members find temporary care for their pets while they commit to the military doing training or deployments. And that's where the idea behind Dogs on Deployment was founded. We recently moved to San Marcos for leasing office space right next to the chamber. And after developing a relationship with the people that work there, we knew that it was a great opportunity for us to grow our strategic partnerships within the new city that we moved to. Everyone who works at the chamber has been so warm and welcoming to Dogs on Deployment and our mission. They have been nothing but supportive, and it makes me very proud that we chose San Marcos to expand our roots. To date, Dogs on Deployment has helped over 1,950 military pets find temporary cares while their owners have military commitments. In addition, we've provided over $720,000 in financial grants to needing military families and veterans for help with emergency pet care or military transportation costs for their pets. The Chamber is comprised of so many other businesses and nonprofits and organizations that provide services to our local community. We're very excited to be able to open our relationship with them and develop partnerships and promote what's important, and that is that we can help one another within San Marcos. While Dogs on Deployment has been around since 2011, so approximately 9 years, we're new to San Marcos. We've only been in the city for about a year. The fact that we were recognized with this honor really gives us a great sense of appreciation for the city that we're calling home, and it shows that what we're doing is truly making a difference, since this chamber that has many nonprofits and many people that they could recognize chose us. So it's a great honor. I'm thrilled to be working with them, and it makes me very proud that our nonprofit that supports both the military and animals is being recognized.
Good afternoon. I'm Councilmember Randy Walton, and I have the distinct privilege of honoring business owner Ivan Darrison, proprietor of Churchill's Pub and Grill, a San Marcos mainstay known for its rare specialty beers, and the Bellows, a casual luxury eatery featuring farm-fresh old world charm and world-class cocktails. I see a lot of heads nodding after that one. After more than a decade, Churchill's Pub and Grill remains the North County beer bar behind 50 well-curated taps and pub grub spanning English, Indian, and American classics. Ivan has merited venue-specific creations from breweries from Vista to Healdsburg who respect his North County craft beer. Although you may be hard-pressed to find Ivan in the spotlight, he is no stranger when it comes to the Boys and Girls Club of San Marcos. His passion for service is evident through his dedicated volunteer work with the annual auction committee, which raised more than $250,000 this past May. During the holidays, Ivan donated a whopping 40 turkeys to the organization to make Thanksgiving possible for 300 guests. Ivan is also an active participant in the Chamber's Taste of San Marcos event, where he delights guests with an impressive and innovative cuisine. Let's take a look at the video.
Hi, I'm Ivan Darrison. I'm the owner of Churchill's Pub and Grill and the Bellows in beautiful San Marcos, California. So originally I got into the restaurant business in 2002 with a bunch of friends to let's buy a bar in San Marcos, and that should be a great idea. I took it over in 2004 and turned it around and turned it into the craft beer powerhouse and fun restaurant and family-friendly restaurant that it is today. It was my first time really in San Marcos, so I got to know and love the city from that as I came from downtown. The Bellows came about 5.5 years ago. There really was no finer dining craft cocktail bars in San Marcos. And since craft beer was already a known element at this point, I thought that this town really needed it. With the diverse population and demographics here, And why do we have to go to the coast for a cool, hip restaurant or cocktail bar? So that birthed the Bellows. One's very casual, and this one's a little bit more upscale. So I joined the Chamber roughly 18 years ago. The chambers in every city, I think, are very important to support, as they are kind of the glue that holds all these different types of businesses and people together. Since I've been a member over the course of 18 or so years, it has really helped facilitate with their business-friendly atmosphere and their knowledge, like I said, of city workings, and they have helped me facilitate meetings with people in the city with certain issues I'd have. It is quite an honor to be recognized by the Chamber of Commerce, especially at the state of the city. Thank you so much. It is with all you great people from all walks, from police and fire and city council. I mean, I'm just little old me and a little restaurant owner in San Marcos that's been doing business here for 18 years, and I'd love to support the community, and I've been excited to watch San Marcos grow, and the Chamber's been a big part of that. So thank you again.
Let's welcome Ivan Derizin.
Good afternoon, I'm Councilmember Jay Petrick. Well, we've had chocolates, puppies, and cocktails. San Marcos is a great place to grow up and grow old, and that's where my next award recipient is going to stand for. PACE, which stands for Program of All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly, was established with a grant from the Gary and Mary West Foundation. I had the pleasure of visiting its 20,000 square foot center located at 1706 Descanso Avenue just before it opened last year. It's truly an impressive facility. Its team offers high-quality, comprehensive, and coordinated health care, social services, and support for vulnerable seniors with chronic care needs who want to successfully age in place rather than in a nursing home. Gary and Mary West PACE provides a wide range of services including adult daycare programs, medical care, social services, dentistry, home care, and physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Transportation to and from the center and outside medical appointments is provided, as well as social activities, meals, pharmacy, long-term services and supports, and caregiver training and support groups. All services are managed by an interdisciplinary care team to ensure the coordination of care and clear communication to participants and their families. PACE is committed to increasing access to programs through the launch of its program in North County, San Diego, and through collaborative efforts at the national level to ensure seniors are able to access the care that they need. Inspired by its founders and sole funders, Gary and Mary West, the Gary and Mary West Foundation is dedicated to lowering healthcare costs, to increasing access to high quality and affordable models of care that enable seniors to successfully age in place. As part of the West Health family of nonprofit, nonpartisan organizations based in San Diego and Washington, D.C., the foundation works with its Institute and Policy Center using philanthropy, applied medical research, policy, and advocacy to transform healthcare across America. Dr. Rolf Kult and Dr. John Zizerblatt will accept the award on behalf of Gary and Mary West PACE. I'd like to invite them up to the stage as we enjoy this video.
I'm Kevin Hanaho, Center Manager at Gary and Mary West PACE. West PACE is a very unique model of care. The acronym stands for Program of All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly, and that's so true because the care we provide is all-encompassing. Everything from adult day healthcare services, we have a full primary care clinic, as well as a therapy gym, all under one roof. So when folks come to the center here, they take benefit in all of those services at one time. My interest in senior care really goes back to my time with my grandparents. I spent a lot of time with my grandmothers and probably unknowingly didn't realize at the time that I became that family caregiver for both of them as their needs increased, and that just sort of carried me through my professional career, doing volunteer work throughout schooling, and then becoming part of my professional life as I got older. Since the inception, West PACE wanted to cement ourselves in the North County area, being the first PACE program located in North County. We saw the need, and that is why we chose this location to open the first PACE Center in the North County, San Diego area. West PACE began serving participants in September of 2019. We have the capacity to serve hundreds of San Diegans throughout the North County area. We are so excited to spread the message and let them know that we are here to help them stay safe and independently in their home in North County. Being a member of the Chamber has helped the West PACE staff relay our message of the services that we provide to the local community in so many ways. They've connected us with local resources, political officials. From the very beginning, Mayor Jones came to tour our community before we were even open. She had the excitement knowing how many seniors were able to serve throughout North County and just afforded us the opportunity to meet with other people and explain what PACE is. So to be recognized in this way is so impactful and meaningful to us. So thank you so much for recognizing us in this way.
It is now my distinct pleasure to kick off the afternoon's keynote and formally introduce your mayor, Rebecca Jones. A resident for more than 20 years and longtime council member, Rebecca Jones is the first female mayor elected to the office in the city of San Marcos. In addition to her role as mayor, Rebecca currently serves on the Sandag Board of Directors, the Sandag Regional Planning Committee, and as an alternate representative to North County Transit District and the League of California Cities. As an advocate for public safety in San Marcos, Rebecca is dedicated to maintaining a high quality of life in her community and strongly supports San Marcos youth. Recognized by the Red Ribbon Commission with the Excellence in Prevention Advocacy Award, she effectively championed the creation of ordinances to restrict tobacco sales to San Marcos youth. Rebecca has also actively worked to outlaw the sale of synthetic drugs, spice, and bath salts in advance of state action. Today, Rebecca is actively involved in serving the San Marcos Boys and Girls Club as an advisory board member and serves on the annual auction committee, previously serving as co-chair. She is also a board member for the San Marcos Promise. Mayor Jones is a strong supporter of business in San Marcos and believes that a healthy business base is an important part of a dynamic and thriving community. She is a member of the Lincoln Club of San Diego County, an organization that supports businesses and has promoted streamlining city planning processes so that small businesses can open in shorter time frames to succeed in San Marcos. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to San Marcos Mayor Rebecca Jones.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you. Well, thank you for that warm welcome. And thank you for all being here in our beautiful city. It's an incredible day in San Marcos. This morning when I woke up drinking my Chef V green juice made right here in San Marcos, like I do every morning, I stood for a moment at my window at the rays of the sunshine coming in. And through my window I could see the rolling green hills of this charming, quiet charming streets of our beautiful city. I could see my neighbors heading out to their cars and trucks, tucking their laptops, toolboxes, and textbooks under their arms. I could also see the kids toting their homework from last night's homework session. And in that moment, standing there at my window, I was overwhelmed with gratitude. Gratitude for the people living next to me in this amazing city where I've raised a family and carved out my own home. Gratitude for the city I have chosen to serve as an elected official for the past 13 years, helping big ideas come to life while working to maintain our city's friendly, small town feel that we all know and love. I was also filled with gratitude for the people of this city who decided to choose me, having the honor of serving as the mayor of this city. And for that, I'd like to say thank you. Last year, I was honored to deliver my inaugural State of the City address as the first female as mayor of San Marcos. This year, I'm honored that you invited me back. Although, I know you probably didn't have much of a choice, but regardless, thank you. Today, I'd like to talk about service, specifically what I like to call the San Marcos spirit of service. The San Marcos spirit of service is the friendly, welcoming smile that you get when you walk into City Hall from Carla or Teresa. The San Marcos spirit of service is the personalized assistance you receive from the city's economic development staff when you inquire about opening or expanding a business here in San Marcos. The San Marcos spirit of service is the partnership between city staff and the San Marcos Unified School District employees that brought Santa Claus to town a little early to deliver a gift of new shoes to 58 local students and homeless teens. The San Marcos spirit of service is the selfless and bravery of our firefighters and our sheriff deputies who dedicate their lives to keeping San Marcos safe. It's the guidance you receive from our Parks and Recreation staff when you take a class at our community center or embark on a guided tour on our 72 miles of nature trails. And the San Marcos spirit of service is something you'll receive whether you're 9 years old or 90 years old. Our Lean City team is dedicated to providing the highest level of customer service to our residents and businesses, all while keeping costs down. And you know what? The San Marcos spirit of service isn't something only embodied by our city staff. You'll find it circulating everywhere in this wonderful city of tight-knit people that from diverse backgrounds and all walks of life. It's the warm yet efficient service you receive when you order a tasty meal or a refreshing drink at one of our city's top-notch restaurants and tasting rooms. And it's the helping hand lent by our community nonprofits, foundations, and faith-based organizations. It's also exemplified in the late night grading sessions and important lessons taught in the classrooms here in our city, whether it be our primary, secondary, or higher educational institutions, including lessons taught right here at Cal State San Marcos. It's the sacrifice and dedication of our active military, veterans, and their families. And the San Marcos spirit of service is the secret ingredient that makes our city the perfect place to get a top quality education, buy a home, raise a family, and retire comfortably. And we need your help to keep that spirit alive. In a moment, I'm going to outline some specific ways that you can take time to help our community and make it an even more amazing as people love to live here and work and play. But first, I'd like to recognize a few of the people in this room that radiate the San Marcos spirit today. I'd like to thank Cal State University President Dr. Ellen Neufeld and the Cal State staff and students for hosting us here today. I'd also like to take a moment to congratulate Dr. Neufeld on her first report to the community earlier this month. And note that even though she's new to San Marcos, she already exemplifies the San Marcos spirit of service. Thank you to Palomar College and their award-winning video team here today. They are recording today's event. And also, the event is being live streamed on the city's website. Thank you to the Chamber of Commerce, including Chamber Executive Committee President, Chair Jill Lichewski, and Chamber President Rick Rangaitis for organizing this lovely luncheon. I want to especially thank all of our generous sponsors because your support of the Chamber is important, and also that you have dedicated your time and treasure to this cause of having our businesses succeed. Today is about celebrating how far we've come as a community, looking ahead to our city's bright future and tapping into our unlimited potential. But we would be remiss if we didn't take the time to honor those who came before us, who laid the solid foundation on our path ahead. I'd like to invite the past council members that are in attendance today to please stand and be recognized. I know no one wants to be recognized. I would like to thank our past council members for their role in building San Marcos into the fine city that it is today, and for building a solid foundation of fiscal stability. I would also like to recognize two very special San Marcos visionaries, Lee Thibodeau and Corky Smith, who served on the city council together from 1980 to 2004 and 2006 respectively, and each served as mayor. We have several members of Lee Thibodeau's family here with us today. Last year, both Lee and Corky passed away, so I wanted to memorialize their contributions to this amazing community. It was with their vision, in part, that drove the development of the Heart of the City area, the Civic Center, the City Charter, CSU San Marcos, and the San Marcos Senior Center, and of course, the San Marcos Boys and Girls Club. I'm proud to report that the City Council officially designated the City of San Marcos Gymnasium, located on Pico Avenue, as the F.H. Corky Smith Gymnasium, and designated a segment of the urban trail along south side of Barham Drive from Twin Oaks to Campus View as the Mayor Lee B. Thibodeau Trail in honor and memory of both former mayors. Today, I'd like to highlight the ways that the City of San Marcos is here to serve our residents, businesses, and our visitors. We must work together to move our world-class city forward in the future as we continue our strive for excellence. To quote Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." Right now, the city is looking for influencers. We're seeking dreamers, visionaries, and community advocates. We're seeking business people, athletes, equestrians, and engineers. We're seeking artists, parents, students, and teachers. We don't want to leave anyone left out. We want to hear from everyone in our community who has exciting ideas about the future of San Marcos and what it should look like. That's because we are in the process of updating our general plan. The general plan is the city's roadmap for future growth, resource management, and policy priorities that will be implemented over the next 10 to 20 years. The general plan will build on recent city planning efforts and balance growth, sustainability, and transportation with the conservation of our natural resources, all while preserving our high quality of life. And community involvement is crucial to the success of this update process. Our goal is to take your dreams in San Marcos and make them a reality. We have plenty of engagement opportunities planned, and we welcome you to submit your comments at the upcoming General Plan Advisory Committee meetings and to stop by the pop-up events that we will be scheduling throughout the community. We realize that not everyone can show up to meetings, and we want to make sure that we are still having you as part of the process. So we value your feedback. So some of the ways that we are reaching out to you is we've created a brand new general plan update website where you can submit your ideas electronically. We invite you to sign up to receive email alerts and follow the city's Facebook, social media, Twitter, and Instagram to receive information on upcoming events because, again, participation is so important. Now is a time to make your voice heard and have a say in the shape of our path forward in San Marcos. Let's work together to envision the future of our city. And currently, the City of San Marcos is inviting residents to apply for the first ever 2020 Citizens Academy. That's right. We'll have 20 lucky residents available to find out more about the process. So this free 6-week program will provide an engaging learning opportunity for 20 lucky residents who will learn the critical roles and functions in the city and how they can interact to form a strong and effective government. While it's essential to plan for the future, it's equally important to recognize the success and prosperity that our city is enjoying today. Plans that were carefully made over decades and now becoming reality. As you may know, San Marcos was named one of America's best suburbs in a recent study. This fact highlights what our residents, businesses, and visitors know, that San Marcos is an incredible place to live, work, and play. A place where people are dreaming, striving, and thriving. I'd say we're making great progress for a city that was only founded 57 years ago and was predominantly known for Hollandia Dairy and the largest chicken ranch this side of the Mississippi. In terms of public safety, I'm proud to say that we now have the lowest crime rate in San Marcos' history and the second lowest rate in San Diego County. Crime rates are trending down thanks to the efforts of the San Diego County Sheriff's Department San Marcos Substation, District Attorney Summer Steffen's proactive approach to crime prevention, and the city's continued investments in public safety. Our overall crime rate dropped a whopping 40% in the last 5 years. And 18% in the past year alone. We appreciate the work that the city's 2 dedicated public safety specialists and everyone at the Sheriff's Department and District Attorney's Office do to keep our community safe. Today we have Lieutenant Michelle Craig from the San Marcos Sheriff's Station here with us. Would you please stand? Thank you for your service to our community. The city's top-notch fire department also remains focused on delivering excellent service while saving lives and protecting property under the guidance of Chief Dan Barron, who has served in the fire service for over 22 years. We recently invested in the state-of-the-art technology to streamline fire inspections and allow for fire inspectors to work more efficiently. The fire department's average response times remain lower than neighboring agencies with like responses, an average under 5.5 minutes, despite increasing call volumes. We are grateful for the work that the brave men and women of the San Marcos Fire Department do every day in, day out, for the residents of San Marcos. Last year, Chief Barron was promoted when then Chief Brett Van Way retired. Chief Barron and a few of his team are here today. Could you please stand? Thank you for your service to our city. Okay, as you know, San Marcos is a place of world-class businesses and amenities, and our business-friendly philosophy distinguishes us from other cities. Sorry to our neighboring cities, no offense. We are a well-rounded city. The diversity of our residents and wide range of education and business opportunities in our city only add to this strength. The International Economic Development Council recently honored the city of San Marcos with a prestigious award for an article series we produced to showcase our many economic development strong points. Our city now counts an annual GDP of nearly $8 billion. 45,000 jobs and more than 4,000 businesses, which is up more than 25% from just 10 years ago. And we all know that when our businesses thrive, we thrive. Our dynamic North City neighborhood has transformed into the city's first true downtown, with new restaurants and tasting rooms, apartment homes, plenty of parking, and modern co-working space, which is now home to the San Marcos Chamber of Commerce. Innovative new businesses continue to set up shop in San Marcos. Carl Strauss is expected to break ground on their new location this year on the vacant lot next to Palomar Station. And progress is being made on Area of the Arts, a project that will one day transform 9 acres of vacant land at the intersection of Grand Avenue and Linda Vista into a thriving village anchored by arts, makers, craft brewers, and distillers with an interactive park at its center. This project is by Lab Holdings, the developers of the Anaheim Packing District and the Lab Anti-Mall in Costa Mesa. Let's not forget Mesa Rim. They are under construction currently, and they will open in time for the Summer Olympics when rock climbing makes its Olympic debut. Our city is evolving, but we are definitely staying true to our roots. We are moving forward on the steady path that has served us very well for so many years. We will build on the success and longevity of our established businesses that have contributed so much to our city, and we will continue to help them thrive. Thanks to years of thoughtful planning and economic development, San Marcos is no longer a drive-through community. We are a drive-to destination. On the horizon for healthcare services, I'm pleased to tell you today that Kaiser Permanente received approval from their National Board of Directors to construct a new hospital right here in San Marcos. The hospital will serve San Marcos residents and Kaiser Permanente's nearly 180,000 members in North County. The city's strong partnership with Kaiser Permanente over the last several months helped this project move forward from a future possibility to a reality. And Kaiser Permanente plans to break ground later this year and is targeting an opening date in the fall of 2023. This new hospital will offer 206 beds, state-of-the-art facility including an emergency department, labor and delivery, robotic surgery, and a robust offering of other services. The hospital will bring 500 jobs to the region. In addition, construction jobs, yes, that's notable. In addition, construction jobs on the project are estimated to be in the hundreds, encompassing a large portion of the trade community. And the hospital's design is tracking toward a leadership in energy and environmental design, or LEED Gold certification. And the landscaping will reflect the indigenous trees that can be found in our city. The city and Kaiser Permanente share a common vision to see our community thrive. And we look forward to strengthening our partnership during this exciting time in our city. And there's more. I'm thrilled to announce that just last week, Scripps Health signed a lease in North City for a 14,000 square foot space to expand Scripps primary care and Health Express walk-in clinic offerings in the city of San Marcos. They're hoping to open in spring of 2021. We've got it all going on in San Marcos. People are paying attention. Another fact that makes San Marcos special is that it's a great place where you go from preschool to grad school. We are the educational hub of North County, and we are proud to be educating the next generation of leaders. Our city is home to many excellent educational institutions, including CSU San Marcos, Palomar College, the University of St. Augustine for Health Sciences, Pima Medical Institute, UEI College San Marcos, the University of St. Catherine, and California College San Diego. We are also home to more than 20 schools within the San Marcos Unified School District. As our city grows, though, our schools are growing as well. We will continue to strengthen our town and gown relationship with our schools. CSU SM is projected to reach 25,000 students in 2025 and continues to add new programs to meet the needs of today's students. In fact, the new California State University Extended Learning Building recently opened its doors, and the new North City pedestrian bridge takes the connection between the city and Cal State San Marcos to the next level, further integrating students and faculty into the community. In addition, the city and CSUSM have partnered in an innovative program called Democracy in Action. This introduces college students to city government and gives them the chance to collaborate to generate ideas to make our city even better, because we do need to hear from our youth. Last semester's program focused on public art. This semester, students will focus on our wonderful parks and recreation. Palomar College is already one of the state's largest community colleges, and enrollment is expected to hit a whopping 30,000 students in 2030. Palomar makes it possible for students to earn degrees and certificates in industries that are projected to need skilled talent, therefore providing students access to lucrative jobs and careers in our region. And building on 40 years of innovation, the University of St. Augustine for Health Sciences is evolving to meet the demands of health sciences education in California with expanded offerings. They are constructing a new building to expand right here in San Marcos at their campus, and they are recruiting for a number of positions in San Marcos. The university is part of the solution necessary to fill the shortage of healthcare workers in California, as unfortunately the demand continues to grow. Over at Pima Medical Institute in San Marcos, enrollment has grown to nearly 400 students. And they recently added 3 new associate degree programs, including veterinary technician, occupational therapy assistant, and physical therapist assistant programs. And the University of St. Catherine, their enrollment is now around 300 students and growing. Over at City Hall, our human resources team is working hard to attract and retain top talent to serve our community. We recently implemented a very innovative new program called Baby on Board. It allows working parents to bring their infants to work for several months following maternity or paternity leave. Here you can see a picture of Human Resources and Risk Manager Janelle Laughlin and her daughter Katie Louise, who is an absolute joy to have over at City Hall last fall. We also offer 4 weeks of paid maternity and paternity leave. And we even offer 1 week of grandparent leave because we don't want to leave grandparents out to bond with their new grandbabies. Family-friendly programs like this give parents a peace of mind and the ability to get back to work sooner, providing a valuable benefit to our employees and the city. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite T word, traffic. Like all cities, San Marcos has a unique blend of traffic patterns and routes that experience more traffic volume than others. We recognize that the success of our higher educational opportunities also means that nearly 40,000 students are moving around our city each and every day. San Marcos is conveniently located between 2 major highways, which is great, but it also means that our roads can easily accommodate our residents to get them places where they want to go, but also others that want to move through San Marcos. We understand that mobility and traffic management are important issues to you all. That's why we're investing in state-of-the-art technology to upgrade the city's traffic management system to facilitate faster and more efficient communication between our intersections. We are replacing outdated traffic control signals with new generation controllers capable of adaptive control and enhanced coordination to improve traffic flow. We are also continuing our public education campaign to encourage safe driving practices and to implore drivers to honk less and wave more as they navigate through our community. So make sure you follow that, everyone. As we move San Marcos forward, it is essential for us to keep sustainability a top priority in order to preserve our city and our planet for future generations. We are currently updating the city's Climate Action Plan, which is a long-range plan that outlines strategies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. This Climate Action Plan will be consistent with the state's targets for reducing greenhouse gas emissions and will set targets for 2030, along with strategies and actions to achieve these goals. The city has held 3 public workshops because we wanted to engage our community. A draft plan will soon be released, and the city will conduct formal planning commission and city council hearings for its adoption this summer. Also coming up this spring is the 18th annual Creek to Bay Cleanup, which takes place Saturday, April 25th. And if you've never been to that, then we have a lot of things in our creek that shouldn't be there. Last year, tires, a washing machine, lots of things. So we need to get those out so we can make sure that it's safe down there. And we also have a tree planting scheduled for March 21st. I invite all of you to roll up your sleeves and participate with me. In addition to protecting our environment and preserving our precious open space, we are investing in high-quality infrastructures upgrades to serve our community well into the future. And we've been working on this for decades. In December, we broke ground on the San Marcos Creek Project, the largest capital improvement project in our city's history. This $104 million project will build 2 new bridges over San Marcos Creek at Bent Avenue and Via Veracruz to eliminate the flooding that hinders mobility in our city when it rains. This project will also increase sustainable mobility options in the area by adding new street lanes for vehicles, bicycles, and pedestrians. This project will preserve nearly 2 miles of creek habitat and protect our little native plants and species. We are also building a brand new park and constructing over 1 mile of nature trails with scenic overlooks so you can enjoy the creek like never before. In addition, there are plans for another project that will extend Discovery Street from Bent Avenue all the way through to Twin Oaks Valley Road. I encourage you to sign up for the Creek Project updates and alerts on the city's website. That way you know when to avoid the area, which will be often, so make sure you sign up for that. As an innovative, forward-thinking city, we're always looking for new ways to leverage technology to better serve our citizens. This year, we analyzed public engagements in the city's social media posts to identify the events, programs, and services that resonated most with our community, so we could better understand what people love about San Marcos and identify potential opportunities to improve. We found that community events hosted by the city were extremely popular and well-loved by our residents. Our annual 4th of July celebration and fireworks, our tree lighting event, the Double Peak Challenge, and our summer concert series generated a lot of positive feedback. We look forward to continuing these exciting events this year, and I hope to see all of your smiling faces there. In terms of parks and recreation programs and senior services, San Marcos had an incredible year in 2019, and we're keeping up the momentum in 2020. I want to share a few amazing facts that truly illustrate the positive impact that these programs are doing in our community to keep people active and healthy and attracting visitors to our city. Last year, with the input of our Youth Commission, we added 5 new teen events, including Paint and Yoga Night, a float night, a glow zone, a summer finale event, and a scary movie, which you will never find me at that. The city hosted 10 sports tournaments, which drew more than 35,000 visitors to our city. And our swimming instructors taught a whopping 1,404 kids, a lot still, how to swim and stay safe near the water. Our senior activity center served 11,500 nutritious meals to adults 50 and over, like me. We helped seniors in our community maintain their independence by providing more than 1,500 subsidized rides to enable older adults to participate in healthy activities, in events at our city, also medical appointments, grocery shopping, and personal errands. An important focus of our recreational programs is advancing the arts and sparking creativity in the next generation of artists, musicians, and makers. Local children were encouraged to harness the power of their imaginations by completing more than 36,000 arts and craft projects at our adventure day camps. Plus, over 1,800 people enjoyed our city summer concerts. And an extremely important initiative that's taking place across our nation is this year, our 2020 census. And April 1st is officially Census Day. This is not an April Fool's joke. Every household will receive an official invitation to participate next month. Don't throw it away. Please be involved, because this is the distribution of more than $675 billion in federal funds, grants, and support to states, counties, and cities, and it's based on the Census data. The money will be spent on schools, hospitals, roads, public works, and other critical programs, including public safety and emergency preparedness. So census data is used to decide where to locate new businesses and create jobs, so it's very important. Taking part in the census is an important civic duty, and this year it's easier than ever. You can respond online, by phone, or by mail. So I'd like to take a moment to close on a call to action. For everyone in this room and everyone watching at home, San Marcos is an outstanding place to live, work, and play because of you, each one of you, all your contributions to our community. But it takes a collective effort from all of us to move our city forward and achieve a united vision for the future. That's why I'm challenging you to channel the San Marcos spirit of service and take one intentional step to make our city better every day. And if you get bonus points if you do more than one thing, of course. Some of the ways that you can contribute are, if you see a piece of trash on the sidewalk, pick it up. This is one of my pet peeves. Talk to a friend or neighbor about the importance of the census. Apply to join the 2020 class of to join the 2020 class of our Citizens Academy, the first one ever. Sign up for a park and recreation class or take the Double Peak Challenge, and if you bring a friend, you get bonus points for that too. Make your voice heard by attending a General Plan Advisory Committee meeting. You can also download the San Marcos City app to report your concerns to help keep our city safe and clean. You can visit our city's website to sign up for alerts, news, events, and traffic updates so that you are more informed and you're prepared for emergencies. Or reach out to our economic development staff to learn how you can make your dream of owning or growing a business in San Marcos a reality. I would like to invite you to attend our second annual State of Your Community event and resource fair at the San Marcos Community Center on March 31st. And I see Harris Ebert here today. This was her idea, and I'm so proud that we were able to implement that for the first time last year. Thank you. When we all participate in civic life, there's no limit to the heights we can reach, as long as we keep dreaming, striving, and thriving together. After all, there's never been a better time to discover life's possibilities right here in San Marcos. Thank you.